She instantly regrets divorcing her husband and can't stop crying. Women hitting the wall. Another one from HL Talk that thought, stick with this one. It starts, and see if you don't recognize yourself in this, or ladies, some of your friends. Around the 8-minute mark, everything starts to really make sense and the truth kind of comes out of what's going on here. It's an interesting progression, so stick with it. Let's check this one out.
I'm extremely sad. I'm heartbroken. We have a court date. I'm so sad. I chose me finally. I feel crushed.
Welcome back, family. Today we are going to review this single baby mama modern woman who was saved from these streets by her loving husband. But then she decides to divorce her husband when things get a little rocky. Let's first watch her crying while talking about how she filed for divorce.
I filed for divorce today. It feels wild to say that out loud. I'm getting gas, so it's just a quick chat. The hardest thing I have done is hit that submit button. Because even though I could go anywhere in this world, the only place I wanted to go was home. And I don't mean like the building. I don't mean like the place you sleep at night. The only thing I wanted was to have my person back. Home was my person. I am so proud of myself because I am now saying this person is no longer my home. And that's a really hard thing to come to terms with and say out loud. It's been 24 hours of no contact. I have gotten on medication for my depression.
The person is home, but the home is not my person, and all I want is my person, which is the home. Did anyone follow that? I mean, that was, what the heck is she saying? I'm sorry. All right, she's going on medication.
And I have went and seen a doctor, and I have filed for divorce. I'm so proud of myself. We have a court date. I'm so sad, but I'm so incredibly proud of myself. So I guess that's the update. I know that there's going to be better days ahead for me because I have had to live with this for like 6 months, and I've had to sit in the pain and just resonate with it. Obviously, he's been numbing the pain, so I think that it's going to hit him much later. But my home...
Obviously, he's been numbing the pain. So she gets on, I guess, TikTok, and she's implying that her husband has some sort of an issue, maybe with a substance, because he's numbing the pain. Thank you. You're crying on a public forum. Here comes the bad mouthing. He's numbing the pain. I don't know, what happened to people having some class?
Home is now me. I chose me finally. I did it. I broke the cycle. Well, I'm breaking the cycle. It's a process, but I did it.
I don't really
Chose me, breaking the cycle. Here we go with the phrases. The social media personality. I completely, the therapy talk, whatever.
know who this woman is trying to convince. Is she actually trying to convince herself that she is making a good decision? Or maybe she is trying to convince her fake TikTok audience that she is actually a strong woman by making one of the dumbest decisions
Like, what is that on her arm? The nose ring, of course.
of her life in 4K. I mean, I will show this next clip where she will be absolutely devastated just by the thought of realizing that she might never speak to her ex-husband, whom she is literally divorcing by her own free will.
Okay, notice that background, because that's going to come in as important later, and you're not going to believe it. You're just not going to believe it.
Here's the thing is I do finally have some good news. I just got the email that he got the boat out of my name, the truck is out of my name, and he signed off on the bank account. I think I am a little sad because it was such a swift and easy process that he completed in one day, but he's been telling me for months that he wasn't capable of completing. So that financial burden is finally done. With that being said, it caused a lot of trauma and triggers in me because I could then see that it was such an easy process and he just prolonged it in order to still have control over me. I don't think that I should have had to post.
I don't know what was going on or what's the case there. Maybe it just took a little while to do those things. I don't know. But if you're delaying the demise, don't do that. Do it as quickly as possible. It's good for you to do that. It's good for everybody. Not saying he was doing that. I don't know. It could have just been the normal process of selling and putting things over in people's names. It's not always overnight.
Online the things that he was doing to me in order for him to finally go do that paperwork and just do it because it was morally the right thing and ethically the right thing. But unfortunately, that is what ended up having to happen. And because I posted online, he had let me know that he let me know that I ruined his life and he never wants to speak to me again and he's going to block me, and that the only time he wants to hear from me is if it's through email or through an attorney. It makes me sad because when we were first going through this, I was like, let's just split, let's just be amicable, you go your way, you let me be, I go my way, and that's not something that he was capable of doing, and I also wasn't capable of doing. I wanted to stay in contact. I still wanted to have him in my life in some way, which meant dealing with a lot of mental abuse. I do feel guilty that I had to go public in order to make
She's online on TikTok saying my husband mentally abused me, but I want to be friends with him and still remain in contact. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say about that, right? Something going on here.
the abuse stop. But also, a lot of women came forward when I went public, and so I found out more from that. So the only thing we have left to settle is filing the divorce and then the $5,000 debt that we have that's mutual. So I guess that's all good news. It's just my soul doesn't feel good at all. I don't really know if these posts are ever going to help anybody else, but
Oh, yeah, that's why she did it. She's trying to help other people who are going through this. That's what's going on here. Let me know in the comments if you think that's what's going on here.
hopefully
It's not attention and validation. I know it can't. There's no way it could be that.
someone can see this and they can relate to it and they can recognize the pattern and they can heal much quicker than I am. But
What I'm saying is going to make a lot of sense when we get to the 8-10 minute mark. So don't start going off on me yet. It's going to make sense. You're like, oh, John, your comments are one-sided. No, they're not.
As of today, my doctor was able to rush me some medicine, so I started my antidepressant today, and I meet with my therapist.
Also, let me know in the comments how many of you gentlemen are going out with a woman and she's not on antidepressants or in therapy. Just curious statistically.
Therapist next week to start therapy again. So overall, it's good news. Sad day. I feel crushed. But I do know that even if he does hate me, I didn't deserve to be treated like that. So.
Which abuse is she talking about? She is the one who wants to stay in contact with him. Her ex-husband just wants to move on with his life, but she wants to stay in his life even though she is the one who filed for divorce. You just can't make this shit up. It is all about her in her mind. She doesn't even think for a second about what her ex-husband is going through because she is divorcing him. I will play another clip of her crying again and literally make this whole thing about her and how everything is unfair to her. Let's watch.
So for everybody who didn't know, I am getting divorced. I also didn't know, but I did find out from a Hey Girly text message this morning. I don't have the stamina or the capacity to answer people's questions about the situation because obviously I am devastated. That was the absolute love of my life. Like, I genuinely just thought that I had found my person. My eyes are literally disgustingly raw. Anyway.
Thought that I'd found my person. She's just talking in internet cliches. Everyone says the same thing.
So for people who are wanting the tea and wanting all of that, you don't have to search for it. It's here.
I don't know. My goal now is to heal, whatever that looks like. I'm extremely sad. I'm heartbroken. I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he finds someone that makes him happy. So yeah, you don't have to search for the tea. It's here. I'll just tell you myself so people don't have to gossip about it. So yeah, I guess if you want to navigate life after a divorce, that's what's going to happen here on this page now. You can clearly see by TikTok that things change in a matter of minutes, in a matter of days. So, just lots of prayers for us, please.
Oh my word. Do not feel sorry for this woman. She is far from being the victim in this whole situation. She was actually a baby mama before even getting married to this man, which means that her ex-husband took care of her and her daughter. And in this next clip, she will admit that she already had a lot of trauma with her baby daddy before getting married to her husband. Check it out.
It starts to come out here. Things are starting to come out. Stick with it. It all makes sense. Tragic.
I want to start this off by saying, obviously I'm not crying, but this is to the girls at my daughter's school who decided to bully her and pick on her and make fun of her for the situation that is happening to me right now. Knock it off, or I'm going to fuck your dad when I'm single, okay?
Did you just hear that? It's not funny. I'm laughing at the absurdity of that. She's making TikTok videos. She's got a daughter. She's trashing a guy she might love and maybe even be calling daddy, even though he's not the birth father. And her daughter's getting in altercations at school because her mom is posting this stuff online and everybody is looking at it. How did this become acceptable in the world? You don't care about your daughter in the least that you're going to do this. You don't have the capacity to understand what you're doing to her, that poor child. Why would you do this to her? And then you say you're addressing another child and saying, I'm going to F your father. For all the people who were feeling like, oh, she's a wrong person in the beginning, do you see what's going on here? And she's getting support from her TikTok posts. Can you imagine supporting this kind of behavior? What the heck has happened to the world? People think it's okay to do this and say stuff like that. And have just no ability to see how this is affecting other people and your daughter. And you should have just quietly gotten a divorce and gone your own way and raised your child and tried to teach them good things. But wait, it gets even worse. Wait till you see. Just wait, stick with this. Oh my gosh, this is horrible.
Not really, but imagine someone being at their worst and you just want to make fun of them. Who raised you? Who raised you? Do better. Second,
Or call them abusive when they're at their worst and getting a divorce. And tell the whole world so the people at his job can see that. His friends' wives are, there's something wrong about this guy. Look at what his wife said on TikTok. He actually married someone who'd get on TikTok and say this stuff. His judgment is suspect. Yeah, guys, be careful. Be careful who you date. She's a single mother. Maybe you should meet the guy who she got rid of. Who's the baby daddy? What kind of decisions is she making? Not that all women with children who get divorced are making bad decisions. But look at the decisions she's making. You have responsibility in this too. This couldn't have been a surprise. I know you saw those awesome tats and the nose ring and thought, she makes good decisions. I'm going to marry her. But maybe you should rethink that.
did not accomplish my goal today. I still have not eaten. There's still time, maybe. Third, everyone keeps saying it gets better. I have a baby daddy that I don't have communication with, and I also have an ex-husband. So when I
Oh, why don't you have communication with him? I have no idea why. I really don't.
tell you that I've been through heartbreak, I have been through heartbreak. This is like
Me, and me, and me. My daughter? No. Me.
This was my healing, my soft girl era, my lover era. This was like my time to shine. That's why everyone is so surprised, and I'm also so surprised. So I do know that it gets better. I don't necessarily
Are you surprised?
think that crying on the internet makes it better, but I don't care, because however I heal, it holds
Obviously.
me accountable. Like today, someone was like, "Did you eat?" And I still haven't. So it holds me accountable. And now I'm at counseling, and I was going to cancel, but
All these people are paying attention to me. I have drama going up and down. And I now have validation for people on the internet. And they're saying, you go, girl. You do this, you do that. And that same thing happened to me. Did the same thing happen to you? Do you really know? Look at the drama she's involving everybody in. And it gets worse.
I didn't, because accountability. I am seeing all of the messages that you guys are sending me, but I run a daycare during the day, and those kids are my only priority. And honestly, I'm just proud of myself for...
There it is. She runs a daycare during the day, and those kids are her priority. That's why she's getting on TikTok and saying all this stuff. She's taking care of your kids. She is taking care of your kids. When you drop your kids off at daycare, yeah. You imagine watching this and you realize this is where you're dropping your kids off every day, at her daycare center, where they're her priority. I'm sorry, but the level of delusion and lack of accountability is epic. I am blown away. She's taking care of your kids. She's running the daycare center. She's running a daycare center. Tell me in the comments that's cool. And you would be dropping off your kids. Oh yeah, she's just going through a hard time. Let's drop off our kids. And let's hope she took her medication and everything's good and she's feeling good. Let's just hope. How much do you care about your kids? If this is where you're dropping them off, I hope I'm not saying anything wrong. But oh, really?
Still going to work, because I don't know. That to me,
Because she's devoted
is
to
an
those
accomplishment,
kids.
that I'm still showing up for
And
all
her
of these
daughter.
kids. So I don't have my phone on me, checking any messages or reading anything. I'm just being active with them. I will read all of the messages. I will reach out.
She was filming that video earlier in the daycare center. Oh gosh. Guys, we got to make better decisions. Women too, if you're dating a guy like this. Oh my gosh. I'd like to see that video.
I appreciate everyone's support. I'm not having a mental
Who is supporting this?
breakdown right now, but it's definitely coming during therapy and probably after. So I hope everyone has a much better night than I'm about to have.
It's about to get worse. It's about to get worse. Are you ready for this? Oh, yeah, it's time to become a stay-at-home mom.
When you analyze very closely the way these broken modern women talk about their trauma, you can almost swear that they are really addicted to them. Most of these women can't sustain a healthy relationship. They will call it boring and leave because drama makes them feel alive. Drama keeps their emotions engaged, and that is why most modern women are on some kind of antidepressant medication. And this next clip will clearly demonstrate that by showing how this woman can't even go to sleep without taking these medications.
I just got up to take my sleep medicine because I can't sleep at night. And I grabbed my water, okay? I went back to my room. My sleep medicine was on my cabinet in my room, which means that I just took my brand new antidepressant. I took 3 of them, 3 plus the half one that I took earlier. Do I not take the sleep medicine now? Do I call poison control? I genuinely, I don't know what to do. Do I make myself throw up? Someone please help. What do I do?
This is how most of
How many lives is she wasting? How much time she's wasting in other people's lives with all her drama and all her problems and all the stuff she's creating herself. Husbands, people at daycare, her kids, guys who have to come and pump her stomach, social services. She's wasting all these other people's lives and precious time from all their lives and does not care at all. How many people know people like this? They're just causing problems and causing drama. She's going to a therapist, and everyone's got to listen to this, and the husband's got to listen to this, and the lawyers have to waste their time listening to this. And everybody's got to get dragged down a peg because of her. And now should she get her stomach pumped, and she's asking people on TikTok so they can worry about her, and she could feel their validation when they write in, "Oh, girl, I hope you're okay." She's getting all that attention. And the maturity, is it there at all?
these divorced modern women really live behind closed doors. They are all miserable, lonely, and can't even sleep in peace. This woman had a husband who saved her from
Seriously, you're dropping your kid off of the. Can you imagine watching this and dropping your kid off of that daycare center? Oh God, I shiver. I fear in me. Like, oh, make lots of money, do whatever you can to stay home and take care of your own kids. They've done it like that for millions of years. I would think that's a good option if you can possibly do it. Forget the vacation and extra expenses and just have one of the parents stay home with the kids. No, I'm sure there's great daycare centers, but this one is, I just feel bad for everybody.
the street as a single mother. But she decided to throw everything away because she needed to find herself again. For the moment, she started being active on TikTok and started posting regularly there. Her marriage was done, and she can't blame anybody but herself. You can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved.
How do you have time for this? You got to put time into your kid and educate them and play sports with them and teach them about life and make sure they have a lot of activities and they're getting the most out of life. And do something besides putting on a pink bikini and posting these are people you're never going to meet.
Street she belongs, and to the streets she shall return. So, fellas, protect yourselves against these types of women. And above all, don't forget to keep your head up. Focus on your goals and everything else will follow. I love you and I appreciate.
Unfortunately, I see this a lot, and I talk to a lot of people, and I've had my own personal experiences where I haven't made the best choice. But that constant drama and constant about me and constant causing trouble, you start to feel like, hey, this person I'm dating or married to, they seem allergic to happiness. Every time they're happy, it's such a short period of time that they're happy for. What happens? And then as the man, and you want to fix things, you end up chasing their happiness, and then you wonder what happened to your life. I need to help her become happy. Now she's got this problem. Now she's got that problem. Now it's this problem. And you're chasing all these things that you're trying to resolve so that there can be happiness again, because your happiness is tied to this person. This is why I recommend getting to know someone slowly over many months, even years, especially before you have a kid with them or get married. Are they showing these signs? Is there constant drama? You'll figure it out fast. Those first 3 months will show you, hey, there's always some problems. In the beginning, you're like, oh, she's a victim and she's just a great girl and this stuff happened to her and people don't treat her right. By that third, fourth month, you realize, oh, no, that's not it at all. She likes this stuff. Even though she was complaining about it in the beginning, she seems to be doing a lot of things to perpetuate this and keep it going and find new stuff that's a problem. And this isn't exclusive to women, but personal experience and watching people, and there's a lot of that. And hats off to the guys who found someone who isn't addicted to the up and down of emotion. But for other people who found this and are in a situation like this, it can be rough. We don't really understand this too well as men. We think that life should be easier for the most part. And why all of these problems that seem to be invented, and why all the focus on them, and why all the negative talk all the time? Don't you know that that kind of perpetuates more negativity. And if you keep talking about it and diving into it, you seem to get more of that. Yeah, have you noticed that? So it can be really rough if you're in a relationship with someone like that. And you can tell. So stay aware. You don't want to end up in a situation like these people here. Wow, she's running a daycare center. She is running a daycare center. If that doesn't shake you to the bones, if you got a kid and you're dropping them off at daycare, I don't know what will. So make some good decisions. Take care of those kids and be careful when you get married. Take it slow if you're going to go down that road. Yeah, you're going to go down that road? Okay. That's your choice. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.